Title of this video is, What is a World War II Hero? Attaboy, Luther! Take two. Now the reason I call it take two is because my first attempt failed in that obviously I was using something that brought copyright blocking. Okay? And it's from the movie The Ghost and Mr. Chicken. And of course, it pertains to Don Knotts. So I'm going to try to redo this. Now Don Knotts is Luther Heggs, who is a hero because he went into the mansion where there was a murder and he spent the night and he did a news story on it and reported on it and became quite a hero in this little town. So they are having a celebration in his honor, complete with a band and picnic food and so forth. And he gives a speech, and he's nervous and shaking, and the papers that he had to speak from were blown away by the wind. And he talks about bravery. What is bravery? And doesn't really get specific about anything. In fact, the speech is so short that he really didn't say anything at all. But the one thing that he does in the speech is he raises the question, what were your heroes in World War II? Who were your heroes in World War II? And then of course he goes on to just say thank you. Okay, and that's it. He doesn't mention any names, he didn't get specific. What were your heroes? So he will get nervous and he will say thank you for having me. He always says, let me clarify. Thank you for having me. And of course, it's a big, successful thing, but he said nothing. Now the reason that I did this video is because he said, what are your heroes? What are your heroes? And if you use Luther as the model, of course, there's really nothing there. Luther's just a big scaredy cat at heart. So then I take you to this portion where I went online and I look at these heroes, you see the unsung heroes, and I'm going to try to play the video from here. Heroes. Not necessarily who. So to answer that question, I went to a search and came up with this: 21 unsung heroes. Now take a look at the author, Mike Rothschild. So we'll just peruse some of these goofy ones that are meant to be heroes. Bruce Kingsbury, who single-handedly delays a Japanese advance, screaming and firing his gun from his hip, like in the movies. Well, sadly enough, he was shot and killed. Here's another one. The Nepalese. Who cleared 4 with grenades in his bayonet and advanced on the final one, a machine gun nest. However, he was out of grenades, so he threw a smoke bomb, stabbed the Japanese troops who emerged with his personal knife, and then broke into the machine gun nest and beat the last man with a rock. The position was held against the Japanese counterattack. Just write in a movie script. Look at the snicker and the smile. Now there's a real good one for you. Charles Joseph Coward. A coward is a hero. And this has to do with him escaping from Auschwitz and going back into Auschwitz and all kinds of nutty stuff. Charles Joseph Coward? A coward is a hero. Ivan Pavlovich. Now here's a spy for you. Remember I just did a video on spy hoaxing? This one's really good. Courage and cunning of the Nepalese soldiers of the British Empire. Okay? He literally held off the advance of Japanese and was attacked, and the men with him were wounded and evacuated. And single-handedly, not a figure of speech in this case, because he literally was working with one arm. A Japanese grenade exploded in his right hand, blowing off his fingers, shattering his arm, severely wounding him in the face and the leg. Shrugging off the wounds that would almost stop anyone, he jammed his knife into the ground and declared that nobody would pass him. And he held that line for 4 hours. When the smoke cleared, the Japanese advance was beaten back, and 31 enemy soldiers were deceased. The action cost him his right eye and his right hand. That's because of the passage in Scripture that talks about the left eye in Zechariah. And usually the right hand is associated with good and the left hand is associated with bad. Now that's not to offend anybody watching this that is left-handed. It's just symbolic. So there's a real fantastic one for you. There's another dude. Big hero. Here's another hero. And there's a good one for you there too. Now you can read all these yourself if you want. I'm not going to go. I apologize for the delay. Well, I'm going to have to end this video because there's a little bit of delay in the internet here. I'm playing my video off of my channel, and right now the internet is frozen. But I think you got the idea. They're made-up stories, and they're presented as heroes. What is a hero? Luther Driggs gave that question in his speech. What is a hero? A hero is someone that is made to look like a hero with news stories and film clips and editing. It's fakery to make you believe the wars around you are real. They are R-E-E-L, real, not R-E-A-L. I'd like to thank you for watching, and I apologize that my internet froze up on this particular subject, but I think you got the idea. Crossbow. Oh, here we go. It unfroze. So there they are. Now this one I'll stop with because I'm not going to even read it, but I want you to realize Robert Cain. Cain killed Abel. And Cain represents the ungodly line that wants to rule and dominate this world. And oftentimes when you see hoaxes, you may see an individual carrying a cane. And that cane is symbolic of the line of Cain, the evil line, the evil bloodline. And so I'm not going to read anymore, but I just wanted to take you back once again to Luther's speech. And there he is, the one who's telling you. Remember how he concluded? What is a hero? So I'd like to thank you for watching this video. End of video.